Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to Houston Life. It is June 26th, 2026. You know who I am, Derek Shore. I don't know if I do. Danielle Grossman, a familiar face to many, former KPRC2 reporter and now Director of Strategic Communications for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
I am so happy to be here, Derek.
How are you, my friend?
I'm fabulous. It's Friday.
We're all happy
Friday. It's Friday.
I cannot believe how fast the time goes by. I was looking through photos of your first day at KPRC, which was what year?
2022. Roughly, it was like the summertime. I remember I was bright blonde, and I came to the station, and I was so excited. I didn't know anything about Houston.
This is your first day?
That was my first selfie here at KPRC.
You didn't know anything about Houston?
No, and you know what? This opportunity was great because, you know, reporters spend all their time in the car driving around.
Yeah.
It gave me a taste of the fact that Houston is just, it's a little large. It takes a while to get from one place to the other. That's us.
This is the first day we met. We were out in the East End fixing up a house. And I remember I had seen you on television, Danielle, because we all know each other, but we don't necessarily see each other in person.
Exactly.
And I don't know if I ever told you this, but the moment we met, you had this instantly familiar quality about you. You did. Where do you think that comes from?
I don't know. Just my personality, maybe.
You've just always been easygoing. And now at the rodeo, you deal with all different types of people. You deal with executives, VIPs, some of the biggest stars, literally some of the biggest stars in the world.
Oh, it's incredible. The rodeo is so much fun, but yes, I'm the director of comms, so of course we deal with y'all, the media, every single day.
Marissa, your daughter Izzy?
Yes, of course, that's my daughter Izzy. She's 5. It's a lot of fun, a lot of moving parts. We have very long days, Derek.
You do.
We start around 7 in the morning. Sometimes Marissa's doing morning live shots at 4 a.m., and then we go all the way through to the evening, like midnight.
Oh my
Every single day for 20 days.
And I follow you on Instagram, so I see all the wildness that happens behind the scenes. But what a lot of people might not realize, you have a husband, you have 2 young daughters.
I do.
And you essentially check into a hotel during the months, I mean, like late February, early March.
I mean, I live in the Woodlands, so we don't want to drive an hour and a half at midnight every night. So I live in a hotel basically, and I see my kids on the weekends. So it's a lot of sacrifice, but it's great because the organization does so much for the community. I have kids, and I understand what it means to give back. So it's great. That was my daughter, Corgan. She's 3. She's so cute.
So Izzy is the oldest, Izzy Lee, and then Corgan.
Corgan, and she is almost 3 in August. So I have my hands full right now. Parents should know this is like the stage where, honestly, this is harder than the newborn stage. I didn't realize, but newborns just lay there. They don't move, right?
Yeah, I mean,
the toddlers get into everything. Everything.
Well, including makeup sometimes. In fact, I think we have a little clip of one day when you and Corgan were driving down the road and something was going on in the back seat. Let's show the viewers.
Okay.
Corgan, what did you do? Corgan, what'd you do? What do you say? What do you say to mommy?
Sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. I love you.
See, how do you get mad at that face?
That face.
You can't get mad at her. She got into my makeup pack.
Well, and you're such a good mom because you're so calm, and clearly there's that relationship of trust, you know?
Yeah, and you also realize that they're only small for such a short period of time.
Right.
And you just can't get mad at them because you know that eventually they're going to be slamming the door in my face and not want anything to do with me. So I take it in stride,
That's good. Enjoy every moment. Well, and there was a moment when a video of Corgan went viral. I do want to show our viewers in a moment, but that really does bring us to our Rhythm Energy question of the week. You and Corgan inspired this question. So tell us about a time when your child said or did something that, I don't know, maybe made you want to crawl under a rock.
I love this question. Scan the code below or go online, hlvote.com, to share your thoughts with us. We'll share responses a little later in the show. It's a great question.
We're looking forward to that. So tell us about this moment that Corgan and Izzy met Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, 3-year-olds love Winnie. And when you take kids to Disney at this age, everything is magical. But she met Winnie in person, and she told Winnie she loved him. And I put it on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, now it has 500,000 views because it's so wholesome. People just love it. And also the actors in these costumes are remarkable. Look how cute he is. Like, you just want to give him a big hug, but it literally made her life. She talked about it for weeks after.
Oh my goodness.
It was so perfect. Disney's very expensive, okay, but it's worth it. I'm gonna say it's worth it. Probably the last time we're going for a long time, but.
Look at her smile too. I mean, I feel like I have videos like this of my nieces, and there is something so pure about seeing them meet their life-size idol, right?
I know the joy in their eyes is just, it's incredible to watch.
You also, can we talk about your parents for a minute?
Yeah, we can talk about my parents.
And there's a really special moment that happened with your dad
yeah.
at the rodeo, but go ahead. What?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say.
It's your show too.
Well, I was going to say, you know, working at the rodeo, I get some cool opportunities. Well, you know, sometimes artists have the opportunity to do like meet and greets if they're before the show or whatever at rodeo.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Well, it's very like exclusive. You have to be in line like 3 hours early.
No wonder I didn't know about it.
Well, they coordinated
Very
themselves. Yeah. Well, my dad is a big Shaboozey fan. I know that's a surprise. He's a 65-year-old man from Philadelphia, but he got himself in line. He waited for 3 hours, and he was the last person in line.
That's how that happened?
He ended up meeting Shaboozey.
I mean,
I had no
clearly
part.
a fan. There is so much video of your dad jamming out while Shaboozey's on stage. And Danielle, I watched every second of the videos you sent over. When he met Shaboozey, Shaboozey actually said to your dad, they had a nice conversation. And at the end, do you remember what Shaboozey said to your dad?
It was incredible.
He said, "You made my day."
It was incredible.
Out of all the fans, your dad made Shaboozey's day.
He commented on all my posts, and then his manager commented and said, "We're going to take your dad to the next Shaboozey concert. Where does he want to go?" My dad was like ecstatic. He's like, "This is the best thing in my life. You made my year." I mean, it was incredible. So moments like that also make me very excited to work where I work because I get, you know, we provide happiness, entertainment. We make moments for people at the rodeo, and this is a prime example of it.
And a core memory for
Core
your
memory
dad,
for my
too.
dad. Oh, he was so happy. It was wonderful.
You are such a pro. You really are.
Thank you, Dan.
And you, sometimes she does it with no sleep at all.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that when you and I met, this was post-pandemic, you had just lost your mom to pancreatic cancer, and you actually shared her story very publicly. The survival rate of pancreatic cancer is very low, like 11%, right?
It's very low. It was really hard. I was about 6 months pregnant with my first daughter, Izzy.
Wow.
When I lost her, you know, it was during COVID where she was struggling. She had surgeries. And so since I lost her in December of 2020, I've been an advocate for pancreatic cancer and raising awareness and research and stuff like that. But I was very grateful that when I was working here at KPRC, that they allowed me to tell the story and the need there to do more research and find funds to help find a cure for pancreatic cancer because it is the leading cause of death in the United States.
My goodness.
I know. It was so
goodness.
tragic. I miss her every day. And honestly, it breaks my heart that she never had the chance to meet my kids. But I know that she'd be so proud of me and so proud of them. And, you know, her legacy lives on with us.
Absolutely. And in fact, Izzy's middle name is Lee after
Lisa.
your sweet mom.
Yep, indeed. So
It's really great.
She was Lisa, and I have Izzy Lee. And then Izzy is also named after my grandfather, Isidore Izzy. He also passed away.
That's very special.
I know.
I feel like it also goes to show, and we've talked about this on Houston Life many, many times, you never know what someone else is going through.
You really don't. And that's why it's really important, especially as a mom. I think I've changed as you become a mom because you look at people differently. You respect them and what they're going through, and you have a lot more empathy. You know, you understand.
Yeah.
And at a different level, I think that it changes you as a parent and also as a professional. Once you evolve in your career, you meet people in the news industry every single day that are in struggles that you've never dealt with before. Yeah. So, you know, it really does. It's challenging, but it also makes you a better person overall and also a better, you know, role model for your kids and other kids out there.
I think that's so true. Yeah. And I think one of the reasons why you are such a good person and why you were such a fantastic reporter is that oftentimes when you're going out into the community to report on some tragedy, you're encountering people on the worst day of their lives when they've just had such great loss.
It's really hard. And honestly, those are the hard times. You know, you have to go talk to a family who just lost a family member, and it's a challenge. And so I tell people who are watching, you know, respect your reporters out there. It's a tough job, especially these days. You know, they have to do really tough things. They have to make tough decisions, and it's not comfortable often. And it stays with you. You know, when you cover, you know, a lot of that negative energy for a long time or murder, it's difficult to, you know, go to bed at night and come back and do it again. So that's just a reminder for folks when you see reporters out there, you know, give them a little grace. It's tough.
Amen, sister.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Also, do you have any pets at home?
I don't. I had a pet, but I'm going to wait until the kids kids can get responsibility and walk the dog. I'm gonna wait a little.
Do you know that I'm Brandon and I are dog sitting Bryce Newberry's dog right now?
That dog is so cute, by the way. How do you not just snuggle it all the time?
She's so cute, but she's a little skittish. So
Okay.
she's this small poodle. She's about 4 years old. This morning I took her on like a 2-hour walk, right?
Oh,
I was soaking
you're
wet.
spoiling her.
I know. She was actually pretty good on the
good.
leash. But so Bryce and his partner Jared, they adopted Prima, and obviously we're big fans of Adopt Don't Shop. And reminder, this weekend, Best Friends Animal Society is hosting the other big match, you know, in addition to the World Cup. This is a chance to meet a new teammate. More than 100 adoptable cats and dogs available at Bring Love Home adoption event happening Saturday, June 27th. That's tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at HTX Garage. Adoption fees completely waived. Every adopted pet will go home with a special match day adoption pack. So
Should I go?
get
Should I
on out
look?
there.
Should I bring the kids?
Well, there's so many options because there are 8 shelter partners partnering with Best Friends. So I think you should go.
Oh my
and
God,
maybe
this
look.
is okay.
But what if
maybe.
you end up going home with a puppy?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's very possible. And my kids are cute, as you saw, and so they will guilt trip me into getting a dog.
Who's going to take care of the dog?
Exactly.
There you go.
It's not going to be me.
It's a big decision, so you want to be ready, right?
I know.
Well, Danielle Grossman, I'm so excited we get to spend
I love
the
it.
rest of the hour
Yes.
together. So glad you're here.